back. So we're just gonna live stream today, get some practice levels in, see how it goes. Not much else to say. So let's get this started. Let me just get everything set up, wait for someone to join. We'll see how this goes. Alright, let's get started. I will be using a keyboard for this one. Dang, that was really bad. Alright, 7:52. I have more than one R3M, so I'm just going to be switching around trying to see which one works best for me. So, maybe it's not that one. We got one here. Nice. Going left-handed for that one. That's Wolf. Okay. That was bad. Pretty decent. What's up, Jacob? School/band is going pretty well. Band is tiring, but fun, and school is just basically school. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Not much else to say, though. How's it been going for you? That's kind of rough. Okay, 7:32. Starting to warm up. $7.38. $6.48. Alright. Pretty decent installed. Also decent. Tenor drums. Yeah, I haven't really, like, I don't know much about the tenor drums, but like I've heard that they're kind of what's the word, dude? Okay, never mind about that. But yeah, moving and having to relearn everything's kind of tough, dude. I'm currently on mellophone, and well, fortunately I haven't had to relearn anything, but I showed up like a week late for like my practice, so I missed out on like 5 days of practice, and then I had to catch up basically, and somehow it worked. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I got lucky because my parts weren't like impossibly hard to remember, but like yeah, that was a stressful first week. I've started to warm up, I think. Starting to get decent times. Yeah, the only thing about my RS3M right now is that it's kind of dry, so I might need to lube it. I'll probably do that in like a sec, because, well, I should. Alright, let's do that. Alright, 762 average at 12, nothing special. Starting to warm up. Oh, yeah, I ran out of Stardust, by the way. I don't have any Stardust lubricants, so I use basically remaining of my Mystic lubricants. Yeah, so yeah, marching band's good though. Thanks for asking, bro. It's very stressful though, because the school I'm going to is like really pushing us, and I appreciate the like all the teachers are working so hard, and I really appreciate it. But like at the same time, like no, I don't want to work that much either. Going through it anyways. I'll do my best. That's how the mentality always goes. All right, let me get this like. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh dang. Losing it, wait, sorry, referring to, were we referring to losing again? I'm kind of like halfway thinking about this. You lost your, okay, hold up. This is actually a good scramble. I messed that one up. Yeah, I've completely, oh, the Stardust? Oh, the Stardust lube, bro. Yeah, it's expensive, like the Stardust lube. It's like, I wanted to buy another one after it finished, but I was like, you know what, I'll just buy some, like, other lubricants that are not as expensive, but still work. Yeah, and, I went to India not too long ago, and I won a competition, and they gave me this, like, it's a lubricant, but I don't know exactly what, like, I mean, I know the effect it does, but it's like, it's not really like too great of an effect for me to be like, okay, it's a great alternative or whatever, but like, that's not plus 2. Okay, well, it's not like enough for me to say like, okay, that's a lot better than Stardust. So yeah, I miss Stardust. I enjoyed that lubricant. Like, it was a really solid option. Would recommend to anyone, but just don't overuse it. Okay. Currently is 7.69 average of 12. Hoping to lower that. So the goal on stream today is just to get a few solves in, and also get like a decent average. So hopefully we'll get a 6-second average on stream. I don't know. I haven't been too consistent with my practice, so we're probably not going to see it, but who knows. things happen. I do need to work on my solutions specifically. I think everything else about my solves are just like gonna be practice based. Solutions I need to work on my own. Oh my gosh. Such a bad solve. Let me go back and stream and just see how bad that was. Oh, I was on PLL at 4. Whew, okay. Alright, 655. Oh, dude, not too long ago, my 7x7 popped. This thing. It popped, and it went everywhere. Like, the key pieces were, like, all over the desk. I had to clean it up and, like, reassemble. Nightmarish. But an 8x8, like, that's even worse. Like, wow. At least you got it back, though. I'm assuming that you did, at least. That must have taken a while. Like, an hour or two. That was actually not bad. I'm still thinking about how that would have been. Like, the 8x8 just popped. Yo, if it was my cousin who did that, bro, I would, like, give that kid a whole talk. Like, everything he would need to know if he does that again. Like, it'd be like a contract. It's like, if you do this, this will happen. Okay. 7.18 average of 5. Decently close to the goal. Okay, that's alright. Okay, yeah. Don't worry about the responses. Like, if there is a delay, yeah, of course I can't control it, but yeah, you mentioned that, but like, okay, it's not too much of a worry about the delay. The YouTube thing, like, it's not that fast anyways. I don't think, like, you need to get like a really good like software to stream fast. I don't have like I'm not streaming enough to like really need that. Plus, I don't have the financials to cover that, and my parents are probably not gonna let me. So, for now, this is what we'll work with. But thanks for pointing that out. Like, for sure. I've noticed, like, the way I do it is I have the live stream playing on a different monitor. So there's a monitor in front of me here, and I have the live stream going here so I can see the comments and how it looks on there. So if I need to adjust anything, I just do that. But, like, I do see the delays. It's like, okay, my solves are like, okay, I just finished, and I'm scrambling for the next solve right now, which was the last solve. So it's very delayed, but not much I can do about it. Maybe it's just like I don't know, maybe it's just a thing that happens. W setup. Yeah, the setup's good right now, bro. Thanks. But like, the setup's not clean though. I need to clean this like setup up pretty heavily. Once it's cleaned, it's so much nicer. As always. Alright, 637. I think that's the best solve on stream so far. There might have been the other 6 from before. I don't remember what that was. Okay. Alright, that's gonna be a G. Yep. So, I haven't really been commentating much on my solves, but like, oh, we got 3 viewers. Let's go. I forgot to check that. All right. Well, I haven't been like too focused on streaming recently. Like, I've just been getting through that's a +2. I've just been getting through school, you know, taking my time with that. I haven't found much time to actually like stream because high school is getting difficult. Like, it's the start. I just want to be doing my best that I can right now, and probably later on, like, right now I have a really busy schedule at school, but probably like next semester, so 2026. Probably just December though. I'm probably gonna be streaming a little bit more in December, because like I'll have a little bit more time, because marching band does take a lot of time and energy. It's not that bad. I have random stuff like a broken. Hey, at least you have a 3D printed lightsaber. That sounds sick. Like, I have nothing really special on my desk. It's just like a lot of like random, unnecessary things. There's nothing like a project or anything special I worked on. It's just my desk. That's an 8 or that's a 9. Dang. Okay. Best average of 5 so far, 7.8. Now I'm gonna switch over to a different session so we can see the times. All right. I start 690. Always a nice way to start a new session. All right. Okay. I think that's a +2. Yeah, it's a +2. Okay. Oh yeah, bro, come on. Like, if you're going to nationals, I'm not sure if, like, I'm not gonna point out which school you're going to because that's kind of not my thing. But like, if your school is going to nationals, hopefully I'll get to see you there. And if not, maybe I'll come to one of your shows or you come to one of mine. I don't know if I have time right now for it, but like I'll see if I get a slot and maybe there's a chance. But if you see me, bro, come on, you can say hi. Like I have to meet you, bro. It's been a while. What am I doing? Okay. I said double sledge into nothing. Yeah, for sure though. Come like if like I need to meet you, bro. We could collab or something. Oh, that was a nice U-turn. I don't get to go. Oh dang. Okay. Yeah, the Bands America is gonna be. It's stressful, you know. Like, our band program is really hyping up BOA, and I'm starting to get that pressure like put on my shoulders a lot now. However, for some reason, I'm just like I've been getting injured a lot recently, and a lot of stuff's been happening. Whoa. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry. It's too small. Dang. I'm sorry, bro. I wish you had the opportunity to, though. Yo, I just got the craziest scramble in my life. Hold up. This is a double X cross, I think. I just got... Alright, someone clip that scramble. I'm saving the scramble. What? That's such a, like, random scramble to be... Huh? Okay. That scramble had, like, a 6-move double X cross. That was really good. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Nationals is, like, a really big thing, so I can't even judge you. But for some reason, I don't know why, but the Cuban competitions that I go to, like, they've reduced my nervousness by, like, an insane amount. Like, I just don't get nervous. I don't know why. Like, alright, sure, I get a little nervous sometimes. We had a first performance not too long ago. However, like, yeah, it's not like, I wasn't that nervous. I was just, like, ready for it. I was, like, I wanted to get it over with, but, you know, at the same time, I wanted to do good. So, couldn't just get it over with. I had to, like, do something about it. So, hey, I mean, if you get a chance to go to nationals, just know, I think it'll be completely worth it. Like, that's probably gonna be a great time. Sure, it's gonna be scary in the moment, but the way I like to think about it's like, okay, so you have what, an 8-minute performance, and your trip's gonna last like 2 or 3 days, I think. Like, that's such a small amount of time for you to be worrying about. Like, just know that that's the reason you're there, and if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be there in the first place to enjoy with your friends. So like, my mental thing is always like appreciate everything else you're here for because of that thing, and then just take it from there, you know? Yeah, this is now a therapy channel. 665. All right. 797, then 795 average 12. Starting to get there. Starting to get there. Alright, there you go. There you go. 698 average. So, yes, I've been averaging a little bit underneath 7. Okay. Yeah, this was actually a really good start. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What can I get the average down to? Really nice scramble right here. Really nice. Oh yeah, I remember when I I was cubing on the way back from the zoo trip, right? And I got like a 3. Yeah, it was at 1-3. That was a while ago. Yeah, I still remember that. I'm never gonna forget that. That was such like a big moment. It was like, wow, you got a 3. And then I remember, no, it was on the way, and then like it was on the way to the zoo, and then I was just like, we were talking about the entire trip, the entire day, and then we got back, and on the way back we were just practicing that scramble. Everyone was like trying to do their best on it, and it was something insane. It was like 28 moves. 28 moves is really good, especially for CFOP. Currently I'm using more of the ZB method than I am CFOP. I still implement a lot of CFOP and ZB mix, but like, yeah, I think by now I can say I've almost fully transitioned to CFOP or to ZB. I just need to learn a couple more algs, specifically ZBLS algs. I need to know a ton more of those. ZBLS for me is very difficult to memorize because like there's so many of them. There's so many algorithms, and like it's just hard for me to put that all into my head and be like, okay, so this means that and that means that. I think I just haven't practiced enough with it, but like I know a good majority of ZB, so I'm not like I don't think I'm in a worry, but the way I've been doing it recently is like, okay, if you get lucky, then just do ZB. So if you get like I don't force ZB technically, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't force ZB. I just like I just let it happen if it does. It's like, okay, got lucky with the ZB, might as well do it. There are some ZBLs I don't risk. Alright, 729 average of 12. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not a +2. I'm gonna pull it up to the camera. Yep, not +2. Okay, cool. Alright, so. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna put a charger on my phone because my phone's about to die. Literally right over here. Okay. Let's see, do I have an extension? That's the real question. I do have I have an extension. Let's go. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly like plug my phone in because like this thing's gonna die in a minute. If my phone overheats, sorry to you guys, but I'll still be here. Yeah, for sure. Yo, just I'll send you my number on Google Chat, which is I believe the last place we've been. So I'll send you my number there, and then we can just like call, talk, chill. I'm not sure how much time I'll have, but I'll let you know when I can. All right, nice. 722 average of 12. All right, we're getting close to sub 7. Yeah, and also Jacob, for sure, let's catch up, bro. Come on. Like, I was actually thinking, like, yo, I remember that one kid who used to like cube in school with me, and he like actually was passionate. I was remembering like earlier today in school. I was just like thinking about the past. That was fun, bro. I enjoyed our time. I'm also just like quickly getting like a reference in my head. That scramble from earlier on that like 6th with the 2-move double X cross, like wow. That was super lucky. Scrambles like that don't just pop up for me. So taking it with a heavy or a very happy heart. Okay, wait a minute. This is not no. No, okay, wait, never mind. Taking a very long solution for that. Yeah, I should just do a standard cancellation into a T-perm. 730? Yeah, it works for me. Why not? 730 it is. Oh yeah, 730 I can chat. I got you. I'll hit you up on Google Chat in a bit. Probably after the stream ends. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can force ZB for some of these solves, just start experimenting. Because it is a practice session, so I like to just work on things that, you know, I haven't worked on probably enough. And never mind, that's just the end term. How? Okay. That was fast. Let me just make sure my thing's charging. Good. I'm starting to panic because my phone's gonna like probably stop working a bit. But we'll see. If the stream stops, that's how you know my phone died. Alright. Nice scramble. Yep. That's the ZB. That's the ZB. See you in ZB. Alright. Okay, another 6. Wow, that's actually good. Okay. Oh, I got a 737 average 25. That might be PB. That might be my PB average 25. I don't know what it was exactly. I'll see if I can find it later. Okay. There you go. Another sub 7 average. Not bad. $607. I'm not gonna do the thing I know people might see this video and think about. I'm not gonna do it. Okay. That's actually sad how it just went from like an absolute banger of solves. 670 average. No. Yeah, on Google Chat. Okay, I'll check you out in a bit. Thanks. I'll check it out in a bit. I'm just gonna like keep streaming and I'll get to that. Alright. Oh no, dude, that was such a bad solve. Okay. There was a time where I needed a POL skip to get a 12, and I still remember because there was. I'm gonna tell like a pretty personal story, but like a long time ago, like I want to say like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I had a friend who came over, and he was basically saying you do not average like. I think I told him I was averaging like 12, which at the time no, I was not averaging 12. However, he said like okay. Do one solve and tell me if you don't get a 12, you're lying. So I did that one solve, and I got a POL skip, and I got so lucky with 12.5. Like, and I just said, yep, that's all I need, because I knew I couldn't do it again. So, like, my luck lucked out in that moment so well. Wow, 729 average 12. That's definitely PB for me at least. I think. It should be PB. There's ZBLS. I don't know that ZB, but solve was still good nonetheless. Let me see if I can bring it down to like a sub 8 average of 12. Oh no! Okay. Okay, that was a very rough solve to watch. Okay. This is two of the edges are oriented on the scramble. Okay. I messed that one up actually a little bit, so not bad for a mess up, I'd say. Okay, this is gonna make an X cross, I think, on its own. And a free pair. Yes! Oh my god! Oh, finally, after like four weeks. Oh. Alright, there's your proof I get sub 4s, okay? Let's freaking go. Ah. Ah. Oh, on StackMat, that would also have been sub 4. Oh my god. There's times in life where you pray about things, you know? This is one of those times. This is for sure one of those times. Let me get a look at that scramble. I'm reconning this. Oh my goodness gracious. I have sub 4 for a good amount of time because I haven't got to practice, so this is a nice reminder. No, tell me that was not a miss scramble. Please, no. No, wait. I misscrambled it. All that hype for nothing. Okay. Well, long live to that memory. Yeah, at least it's still... At least we saw like a nearly real thing. No. No. Okay. Well, that didn't last too long. How do you, like, that's actually sad. This is why you don't celebrate early either. It went from like 5 seconds of the happiest moments of my life to this. The depression solving through it. Okay, I'm gonna save that because, like, sure it's not, I don't think it's gonna count technically, but still a solve that I can be proud of for today, I guess. So, not deleting it. Just saying though, that might have been the most tragic solve on this channel. I'm still gonna post that. I'm still gonna post it, but I'm just gonna make sure I mention it's a misscramble. Dude, why do I always misscramble at these moments? Like, just say that one chance you got and you misscrambled it. Like, wow. Okay. No. I'm so like, I'm just like starting to mentally take it in. Like, oh wow, you really did all that for nothing. Alright. There is a sub 8 or sub 7 average of 12. I don't think it would be sub 7 though if I had that 3 move, so I'm not counting just yet. Nope. I thought I did the wrong L because I stopped in the middle of it. 375. Forever gonna be the longest miss. Wait a minute, I'm just realizing something. I misscrambled on another 375 before. It's the 375 curse. It's gotta be. Oh no. Okay. So, currently actually averaging pretty good low 6, mid 6. Maybe mid 6. Please. Please. There goes everything. What? Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna edit with I'm gonna edit the title of this live stream with like it's gonna say with a 375 misgram though, or something like that, cause like that's gonna give me more viewers, I think. Okay. It's gonna take like a few minutes for it to settle in. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap it up with, I'm gonna like get 100, average 100, and I'm gonna wrap it up on this. So like, yeah, still, while that one solve might have been not what I hoped for, still I got really good averages, and I know most of them aren't miscrambles. I'm saying most, because I don't know if they are. I don't have my, I like seeing the time trend, and I don't know how to like really make multiple different things. I don't know. Oh my god. A miscramble at 3. We've seen it on the big screen. We've seen it at my home. Nice. Okay, that was a horrible. I'm sorry. Sorry for those who watched that on stream. That was the worst start of a solve that could ever be possible. Yeah, 776 out of the 12 now. Definitely fell back, but who knows? There's still hope for me to bring it back. I thought I canceled into his ZV. I was like, wow. Yo, Kritten, what's up? Yo, Kritten, alright? I'm about to show you something so tragic. Okay? So, alright, look. Bruh. Kritten, I want you to go to the timestamp of this live stream. Alright? Let me give you the time. Alright. Go to the timestamp. Hold up. Alright. So, hello Amazing Games. Hello. Alright. I'm about to give you the timestamp. Just give me a second. Go to 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Tragic stuff, dude. Tragic stuff. Just know that that solve ended up not counting because of some penalty. So I'm sorry. I'm just like, the reason I look like this right now is because I'm just thinking about that one solve, dude. Dude, the fall off is crazy. Okay. Yeah, I got my daily adrenaline pump though. How many years I've been cubing? I've only been cubing for nearly 3 years. I haven't been cubing, like, I'm surprised because like I thought that was quite a while, but it's not. But yeah, almost 3 years. I think we're closing in on 2.5 because I started cubing. If you're saying when I learned to solve, like, I learned to solve the cube like 4 years ago, but I started speed solving like 2 years ago. So I don't know which one you want to consider, but yeah, whatever you choose. Tips to average sub 20. Okay, my tips is, so and there's 2 things that are gonna get you to that. All right, so one is look ahead, which you probably have heard of if you watch like JPerm, but look ahead's gonna just guide you throughout that entire journey. So practice not pausing. Turn slower if you have to. Just practice not pausing. That's the biggest thing that did for me, at least for now. But if that's not working out for you, just work on getting your recognition down. Because if you're like, if I had like a T-perm and I don't know, I do this, pause, then soon, pause, and then a keyframe, you're taking off like 3 seconds if you don't pause, and just turn it a little slower. Like, burst turning is good, but just focus on the fundamentals, which is like having good turning. Good turning is actually a really big one in this. I should mention that. That's a plus 2. Good turning. Don't. Yeah, 3.75, dude. 3.75, but it was a miss-scramble. I miss-scrambled to solve. Also, we're on solve 6-7. Sorry, I had to do it. Alright, well. You know, it's like, that's the one time my, like, entire day that I'm just gonna remember. Is one look PLL necessary? That's the thing, I'm trying to consider. I don't think I knew one look PLL when I averaged sub 20. I think I was still using 2 look PLL. But I did know full OLL, which kind of like coincides with that, so. If you don't know full OLL, then yeah, you probably should learn PLL as it's much easier for now. But don't prioritize PLL so much that your OLL, you forget about it. Because the real way you're just going to keep improving is by just keep practicing, keep improving on things you're not good at. So, sure, I don't think it's necessary, but if you want to keep improving in the long run, yes, for sure, start learning them. At least look into some of the algs. Because PLL algs aren't that difficult. There's only 21 of them, and most of them have, like... The way I like to think about algorithms is that an algorithm is just going to do something specific, and you can memorize what it's going to do, and then you'll basically have, like, a kind of an understanding of what that alg does. And it gives you, like, a visual, okay, this is what you have to do. So, that's what I usually use. If you didn't get my answer, I'm saying probably you should learn that. It'll definitely give you that. Like, it'll definitely get you to that point where you're gonna be sub 20, if you know it. But okay, PLL. If you have 5 algs remaining, depending on which algorithms those are, I think you're fine. Like 5 algs not known, and PLL is not like terrible. But yeah, for sure. Like, try your best to learn those algs, because it's just gonna get... There's 2 things. For me, like, when I'm solving ZBLL, I'm gonna use that example. So, there's 700 algorithms for... Or, no, not 700, but there's 500 for the ZBLL set itself. And the method's like 800. However, the thing that gets me worried about in solves when I'm trying to use ZB is that if I don't know the ZB, I'll just start panicking. So... Like, it's like, okay, what do I do now? Do I just, like, try to seep off my way through it? Which I usually am doing. But the thing is, that's going to give you that, like, 0.5 to, like, a second and a half of hesitation. And it's going to really ruin, like, a good chunk of your solve. So, if you know it, the way I'm trying to think of it is, like, if you know those cases, you won't have that fear. Yes, I have a Discord server in my description on my channel. If you want the link, I can send it here too. So, yeah, or my boy Kristen can do that too, bro. Thanks for being an absolute legend, Kristen. It's been a while. Hope you stay on the streams, man. I think you know what I'm referring to, but yeah. So, if you want to join the Discord, Discord's in the description, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think our Discord server has been that active recently. I'll try to get back onto that the second I can, but it's kind of like a pretty bad situation that's going on there. I need to get through like some of my school stuff first. Put some time aside to set that back up, because I need to work on that. I'm planning on adding like a few mods, but I don't know. I'm gonna see how that, like, what's gonna happen in the future, because it's kind of hard to maintain the server on your own, believe it or not. But yeah, it's also, I mean, I sound lazy, but it's not as difficult as it probably make it sound, but it's still quite a bit when you have, like, I think we have 15 people so far. 15 or 20. And most of them left because I barely can manage it, so that's what happened. That's why I've always been like a little hesitant about Discord. However, I will definitely, yep, thank you, Kristen. I'll do my best to bring that into speed, but, okay, hold up. Why am I doing so bad now? Alright, thanks, Kristen. Thank you. Alright, so, let me, like, lock back in, because these solves will start getting bad. Yeah, okay. Not as bad. Probably shouldn't have looked away from the cube while doing that, but, okay. $6.42. For some reason I thought that was 5, but we'll take it. I went from averaging like almost like 6 for like a consistent amount of time to this. Demotivating, yes, but humbling also, yes, so can't say I don't appreciate life, you know? I've always realized that whenever I think of myself as like being fast, cubing is really mental. Alright, let me just start off with that. Cubing is really mental. If you think that you're fast, you're probably gonna do better than if you think like, oh, I'm bad compared to these people. And I think that's what held me back in like my first like 5 competitions. How long I've been cubing? I've been cubing for almost 3 years. I think we're closing in on year 3. What's a great solve at 6xx? For like a 6.0 solve for me is like, okay, I'm happy with the 6.0. I'm not sure if I fully understand your question, but I'll answer what I'm thinking. So, okay, my PB, alright, I don't speak my PB that much, because like, last time I got a PB, and I posted it on YouTube, I got absolutely flamed for it. Like, everyone thought it was fake when I had like, I put as much proof as I can, as you, like, I didn't have enough to like say like, oh, for sure, because I wasn't live streaming, and also, I was like pretty rushed at night, so I think it was like 11 o'clock. I'll just tell you the backstory so it sounds a little more like, you'll know what I was going through in the moment. So it was like 11 at night. I was just cubing after school because I had some time. And basically, I ended up getting the scramble. That was like a 6 move, or I think it was a 7 move double X cross. Yeah, late night cubing grind, real. But it's fun. Alright, but I ended up like getting like a scramble which was like between 4 to 6 moves like, of double X cross, and that's like very rare. So I was already like, oh wow, this is a good scramble. But then I like, in that, I have the original video on a different phone, but like, in that original video, I remember any goals. I want to have a sub 7 official average in WCA. Alright, well, that's my only goal for now. For 3x3. Alright, back to the story. But, like, it was late night, and I wasn't really thinking too much about, like, getting a good solve on camera. I just wanted to record something in case it happened. I was just like, okay, let's record. If something happens, it'll happen. And I got such an insane scramble. There's the first 5 of the video. I got such a good scramble. I remember, like, going up to the camera, I did, like, this, trying to show the scramble, and it was within 15-second inspection, too. Yeah, moral of the story, I got a 2.96 on that scramble. It was such an easy start. I had, I think, 2 free pairs, and then it just became a 2 free pairs, and then it became a PLL skip with like one of the easiest cases to recognize a PLL skip with. So that was such a lucky solve. Like, the amount of luck in that was like unimaginable. I don't think I'll ever get a solve like that again. I'm gonna be honest. If I do, that'll be such a blessing. Alright. Coming up to the end here, guys. I just got a 6.54 average. while talking. It's pretty good actually. Alright, nice scramble. The way I plan now is just like see, is there a free pair? And on this scramble there is a free pair. $7.21. You know, if I'm feeling it, I'll go like 10 more solves, try and get a good average 12. But yeah, we'll see. $7.19. This, okay. I have a PB average of 100 potential right now. Okay. $7.73 average, 100. Yeah, sub 3, I know. That's why it was hard to believe. But I posted that and I got a comment from like I got a comment from Graham Siggins. He was former world record holder for the multi-blind world record. And basically what happened is that there's the average. What happened was I don't always inspect cross plus one. Most of the time, yeah, but not 100% still. So yeah, Graham Siggins, like the absolute like legend of cubing, commented on the video and said take it down for your like personal self, because like I forgot the exact comment. It was a long comment, but like I'm not sending any hate toward the guy. I just want like I'm just spreading the awareness. This is what happened. But like he basically said, you haven't cubed in a while. Trust me, bro, I haven't either. So he basically said take the video down in like a really sincere way that was respectable, and I'm never gonna say anything like bad about him because he's influential, very influential, and I wouldn't go out against him because like he's for the people who think it's fake, he's doing the right thing. So like if he had like started like throwing like really rude comments, like yeah, sure, I'd say something about that, but like he didn't say anything rude, so I can't tell him anything. So I wouldn't tell him anything either, because like, well, when I'm a small channel, no one's gonna believe me. So yeah, I didn't like I deleted the video pretty shortly after, and yeah, I haven't resurfaced. Should you start back? So the thing is, cubing's not just like for fun. I know people think that, and it actually could be true. Maybe it's not as much of what I'm saying, but like cubing's gonna stimulate your brain. It's gonna make you think about things. So like, it's gonna help you out in more than just like a way of giving you entertainment. Like, yeah, it's gonna give you a lot. So for me, ever since I started cubing, my grades went up by like a noticeable amount. I don't want to 100% say, oh, it's cubing, but I think it definitely had some effect to that. Maybe by making me like think like, okay, if I can solve a cube in this much time, this work is nothing for me. I think that was the mindset I came in with, but yeah. All right. I also got a 683 average of 12. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up in like 5 or 10 solves. I've already gone above 100, so I don't want to overdo it, but yeah. Now, cubing is such a fun thing, though. Like, I don't get much time to cube, but whenever I do get to cube like this, it's such an enjoyable experience. But what makes it more enjoyable is having people like you who are watching these videos and actually like taking your time to see these things, you know? That's what really gets to me, and it's like people appreciate what you've done, and they get to see the amount of work you're doing. They may not know how much work you're doing, but they know that it's not simple, and it's also not just for granted. So I like to think like I'm doing something positive by just cubing. You average 21 seconds and you improved by 3 seconds. Alright, so I'm gonna be honest. There was a time where I was cubing like literally all day as well, as you just said. And I think that was the time I was actually progressing a little slower than I do now. It's because what I started doing is it's called deliberate practice, but practice something that you know you're bad at. Like if you're bad at finding good solutions, go online and like look at top cuber solutions. I know people have probably said this already, but like really it's so useful. Like it helped me a lot. Go online, look at their solutions, see what you could do better, learn more algorithms, and just like do a couple of slow solves throughout the day instead of just cubing with the timer all the time. Do a couple of slow solves and just see how you like see what you can do on your own and try to find solutions like that you won't usually do and see how those would affect your solves. And the number one thing I'm gonna give my like the followers who watch these videos and ask questions like that, experiment with your solves. Like earlier in the stream I was saying like, okay, I'm gonna use some ZB. I did some ZB practice itself. And then now I'm currently just going with my own flow thing. So I went from practicing I went from warming up into going into some ZB practice to CFOP practice, and now I'm just kind of like chilling. And this is like the cool down kind of it. I don't have a fixed schedule, I'll tell you that. My schedule's loose. 3 seconds improvement's not uncommon. I think my fast progression time was between 20 and 15 seconds. It took like, I think less than a month for me. Like I was really giving it my all. And also that was like, I had nothing really going for me in that time, so I was really just home all day. And I started deliberate practicing then. That's what really gave me that jump. So deliberate practice, don't over practice, and don't over practice the wrong thing specifically. If you're good at something, why would you practice it more? Practice things that you're bad at. So like if you're, let's say you're bad at like turning, like if you can't turn smoothly, that's probably my biggest problem. Yeah, like something like that. If you can't turn smoothly, then yeah, that's the main thing you gotta work on. If you can turn smoothly, don't work on it. Like it's good. If it becomes an issue in the future, yeah, then work on it. But if you're good at something now, why are you trying to make yourself better without making anything else better? That's a prime example. Alright, well, I'm gonna give it advice right now. Like, I'm gonna give advice based off of what's happened. Don't push it too much, alright? Cubing is meant to be fun, but don't push it to a point where it's not fun and it feels like you're just doing this because you have to. It's because the number one thing about cubing for me is consistency, and that might be pretty big for many other people as well, I would assume. So if you're not consistent, you're not going to improve because you're just not going to be practicing. You're not going to want to do it. So, like, if you enjoy practicing all day, I'm not stopping you. In fact, probably keep practicing all day, but try to implement the deliberate practice from time to time. And also, please don't do it until you just can't. Like, I mean, I like to think of them like failure sets, like in the gym. Don't failure set your cubing. Like, go until you're like tired, but not so burned out that like the next year you're doing bad. Just because that's demotivating for many people. I've seen it in competition. Just how, if I practice some smooth turning, I do it like this. Like, I'm turning a lot slower than I usually would. No way. Okay, so I turn slower than I usually would, and I focus on keeping the cube as cube shaped as I can. And then I got a 6, so if that's not enough, I don't know how much proof I need to give, but it works. So, like, right now, what I'm doing in this solve, compared to the last solve, it's different. And if I try to turn at my absolute, like, maximum potential, I'll give you an example of that. Like, I haven't been able to practice to a point where if I try to turn like that, I'm going to lock up so much. So, slow solves, okay. Slow solves will help with that smooth turning. But don't just solve slowly thinking, okay, this is doing the trick. Like, in your mind, you should be thinking about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The reason I said that is because I know how it feels. I've practiced to the point I just can't, and I practiced to the point I just didn't want to cube, and I quit for an entire month. Like, a month of progress cut off is a lot. I'm not saying avoid completely. There should be days where you take it to the absolute max, but don't take it to the maximum by like pushing yourself for like hours and hours. Like, a nice way I like to take it to the max. Oh wow, that was cool. Alright, the nice way I like to take it to the max is just how do I word this? Go until you can't go much more, but like the second you feel your hands start to like get that tired feeling, like I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but like when you start to feel like, okay, my end's coming soon, alright, that shouldn't happen, like, or that should happen pretty soon in your practice. It shouldn't happen like after like an hour. Like whenever I'm practicing, like even right now, I'm kind of doing a failure practice, but like my hands are tired, like really tired compared to the start of this, like start of the entire live stream. It's been an hour and 1 minute. Compared to the start of the live stream, my hands like slowed down quite a bit. So don't go to the point where you're doing this much, because like when you're in, like it's really similar to the gym in some fashion if you do workout. Don't go until your like turning breaks down, aka your form of your turning. Don't go until that happens. Like that's happening right now because I've gone for that much. Go until you start to feel tired, and then when you feel that tiredness and feel like, okay, I'm about 5 stalls away before I start like doing really bad, just take like a 20-minute break or 10-minute break and stay hydrated in like a few minutes. Try to move around, and then just get back to it if you want. If you don't want to, that's completely fine. Because I don't know how long it takes, but it could take, like, for the first time, the reason my hands are so, like, I don't get tired quickly, because I've practiced already so much to a point where my hands are used to it, and that's kind of to a point you want to get to. However, you also don't want to get to a point where it's, like, every single day, you're pushing yourself so much that you can't go on. That's the number one thing that's going to stop it. So, just practice at a level which is reasonable. I'm saying if you don't get tired within the first, I want to say within the first 45 minutes for the general audience who's watching, alright? In the first 45 minutes, if you're not tired, there's probably, like, you could have tried to probably do something different. I mean, maybe it's not your fault, maybe it's just not enough for you. And if that's the case, and if you feel like you haven't done anything wrong, well, let me explain what wrong is. Maybe you're not turning to your maximum potential for that time. Maybe you're not giving it 100%. You're just mindlessly solving, turning slow, not really giving it effort. Like, yeah, then for sure you did something wrong. But if you want to get the best out of that time, like, just like right now, I'm sweating from cubing. That's the type of level I go to improve this fast. But yeah, I'm feeling this like soreness in my hands. I'm tired. I want to stop, but I'm just gonna go a little longer. Sorry. Okay. Well, that's not a DNF. That's just +2. Okay. It gets to a point where you're gonna be so tired that you can't keep going. All right. On failure days, don't make every day a failure day. Just make some of the days where you practice like failure days. If you're keeping every day, I like to just put 2 or 3 days in that week. I spend 2 to 3 days just failure cubing. Okay. Yeah, maybe my mouth's getting tired. So failure cubing 2 times a week probably. It sounds like a little bit. I don't want it to sound controlling, alright? If something's working for you, by the way, you don't have to take my advice. Yeah. That feeling when you get a good solve, that's what motivates me. I'm trying to, like, get that feeling every single time. If I get that feeling, it's gonna make me feel happy, and that's that's why I keep going. It's because like I know, okay, maybe within these like next 5 solves, I'll get like a 3 again, and actually like a good 3, a 3 that's not like misscrambled. And if I get that, like I'm gonna leave with so much like happiness, right? And I'm gonna be able to talk about that. I'm gonna be able to like tell people. Yeah, I don't know how I got that 6. I think that was just lucky. That was a really nice solution, and also very, very low move count. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna clip that solve too. I'm gonna clip that solve too. I'm clipping that 3. Yeah, I know the live stream's a little delayed. Everyone's been saying that. I'm sorry about it. That's not within my control, however, so I can't really help with that. I want to say sorry once again from me though. So yeah, I'll still be here for like another minute. I'm probably gonna, okay. I'm doing my last 5 solves and then I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna chat for like 2 minutes and then I'm gonna cut the stream because I need to see. Well, I haven't finished 100% my homework. I kind of like stepped aside for a bit, took it as a break. Okay. All right, and now. My average of 1,000, I'm not sure. Let me check my average of 1,000 as I finish these solves, or after I finish these solves. Let me check that, but I don't know. I'm gonna make a guess right now. I think my average of 1,000 is probably like, it's gonna be like high 8, like 8.3, or 8.8, sorry, yeah. Probably 8.8, that's my guess, but I'll give you an exact number in a second, but yeah, I'm not consistent, that's the thing. Like my solves, over time they get either better or worse by a huge margin. And my times aren't always stable either, so. Alright, last solve. Let's do this. Make it good for the finish of the stream. So whatever. Alright, so main highlights of the stream: 3.75 DN, or no, I just basically DNF, but 3.75. You would guess 8.21. Let's see. I don't have an average of 1,000 in this one. You're closer to me. Yeah, my current average is 100, or average is, wait. Where's average of 1,000? Wait a minute. Let me get statistics. I apologize for this taking a little longer, but I don't think I've added all the. Okay, here it is. Yep. Okay. Nah, never mind. I was closer. I beat you. 8.73 current average of 1,000. Best 8.51. So yeah, higher to mid 8 mid. It's not that good. My PB average of 1,000 I think was 7.98, but that wasn't in the same session. I've had a session where I had I think 19,000 souls and then I deleted it. And the problem is I didn't delete it on purpose. I deleted it by accident. So yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, that's the live stream, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate answering all your questions. Make sure to subscribe. And well, if you subscribe, you know. Hold up. Oh wow, let's go. All right, so if you subscribe, you'll probably get notified in the future about this. More live streams, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see when that happens. But for now, thank you for watching. Appreciate all you guys. Make sure you come back, you know. I'll be here for a while. I'm not going around anywhere. So just know I appreciate your support in ways I can't explain, because like it's a lot. Like I've never expected myself to get into such a position where I'm streaming and getting actual views. Like, I started off as a YouTuber being like, okay, I'm gonna post this, get like 5 views, and then keep trying. Probably that's how it's gonna be, but like, cool. No, it came out really well. I've gone so much. Yo, thank you, man. Goodbye. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. Much love, much appreciated by all of you guys. Alright, I just sent hi from my old channel. And make sure you stick around, because I have stuff planned. I have a competition coming up in October. Yeah, October. Alright, see you, Amit. Or wait, see... Oh, fumble! Okay, see you, Kristen. Yep. Yeah, I'll be on Discord at some point. Probably not today, though. We'll see. Oh, wait. Okay. I'll check Discord right now. Well... Wow. You know, that was actually not a bad session of Cuban. Alright, I'm gonna check that right after stream ends. Alright, well, see you guys. Take care. And make sure you don't forget me. Because I'll be here and I'll keep posting. I'll do my best to change. But for now, take care. Have a good night. See ya. Let me figure out how to stop this.